prapancha antariksha. I am also prapancha, that is also prapancha. So movement happens within the prapancha. That is what I was thinking. Again, it is only intellectual answer.
Okay.
It is energy movement from external antariksha to internal antariksha. When inhale and when exhale, when it goes, it just exchange happens.
Nice. So yesterday my son also joined this conversation. So he was explaining from this Carnot engine. So let's go through that and see how science and spirituality both bring you to the same outcome. Okay, so presently none of you have an answer. That people who were online also have asked them to work it out. So one lady over there has answered, so I'll read out her answer. So this morning I've got the answer. The heat of breath goes and joins the Virat Rupa of Sri Mahavishnu, or the main Chit, which is Brahman. That is what came in my mind now, is what she says. Which fairly seems to be near answer. And Lata has put something. Maybe Lata, you can explain your answer.
Yeah, my answer is that answer is also good. That going and joining the Virat Rupa or whatever, that Brahman or Prana or whatever, and then coming out. So that's also there. So everything goes there and comes out, goes there and comes out. So what my answer was that everybody is breathing, irrespective of anything. All the beings are breathing in all the realms of existence. So I thought it's the same breath. And just because you are dying, the breath doesn't stop. It keeps on going. So I assumed that whatever is the heat which is getting generated or the out breath goes and joins the same breath. And then it comes as in breath and it goes on. So that's what I was thinking.
Okay.
This is the answer I got when I was meditating.
Okay.
But I don't have one more explanation on that.
That's okay. Good answer. Same breath from all of us.
Yes.
No difference. That is correct. So, but thing is, if you really experience it, you will see yourself as a puppet. And that's the reason some of the Haridasa as well as the Eastern, like in Kolkata and in other places like Maharashtra, they keep on saying that we are like puppets in your hand. And
yeah, that's also true, right?
Yes, that is true. So you will actually see that. That's the clue what I gave.
But you want to experience it. No, then only you can.
Yeah, this is all about experience. It's not about saying that, I am. So in Hindi, they call it like, मैं तो एक कठपुतली हूँ. So whenever you want, you are going to cut it off. You're not going to do anything beyond that. So that is correct. But when you really see it, when you really experience that you are indeed just a puppet, then you will not have any attachment to anything at that very moment. Because it makes no sense to attach to anything because you are just a puppet. So let's go back and understand this. And let me also try to help you in experiencing it today to whatever good level possible. And if you can't experience it, nobody can do anything about it, including this being who is trying to make somebody experience. So first and foremost, what is breath? Don't tell me from science or whatever. What do you understand by breath yourself?
For me, it is energy coming in and integrating that 5 elements together.
No, it should be experience.
And giving energy.
No, it should be from experience. What do you experience is breath. When you observe, right now, if you were to observe your breath, what do you experience? If you want, you can take
it is neutral, but it is very much what you call. When you are hungry, the way you are getting food, you get that kind of feeling every breath in.
Okay. But do you want to watch your breath? If you want, you can take 5 minutes and then you can explain to me what do you see in the breath.
Yeah.
So all of us can do that. But just watch the breath, what it is doing. Watch it and see what you are able to find. Maybe you can make a note. Okay, I'm finding 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, something like that. So just try to see what you can observe within each of the breath going in and each of the breath coming out. So shall we observe?
Yeah. Very interesting observation.
Yeah, go ahead.
Say, during breathing, my feeling is I don't feel that it is myself. I feel that it is a part of the bigger universe, myself. Because from infinite, I am taking in, breathe. It goes with the room temperature. When it comes out, I don't know how suddenly it picks up so and it throws out the negative thing which is going out. And again, that kind universe is able to absorb that and able to give within that 1 centimeter or 2 seconds a fresh one in. But it doesn't get polluted outside. That's the outside feeling. The internal feeling is I was trying to understand from where the breathing starts. Means who is responsible for making breathing? Is it my prayatna or something happens? I think first part it gave me 90% answer that without my knowledge it simply happens. It simply happens. And then I was thinking, if it doesn't happen, what will happen? It was Bhayanaka for me. Then one more thing is when my prayatna also, if I put my prayatna, that means deep breathe. Then my prayatna goes, then deep breathe happens. But every time it is so nicely synchronized along with the mind, body, and everything in such a way that I feel that energy is coming to me through this oxygen, whatever coming in, much more than what the food what I ate, or any other kind of energy coming into body. So I thought it is some bigger Brahman. Brahman is sitting within me. So it is not me. It is not me called mind or anything. It is the Brahman only doing that. That's the reason it is effortlessly it happens.
Right. Very good. What's your observation, Padmashri?
Because mine, whenever I was just closing my eyes and thinking, it was more like an orchestra, a set of people doing a violin. So it was not only me, I was feeling that I was breathing. I felt many people were breathing together in and out. But the whole thing seemed to be like one orchestra and the master doing the whole thing. And I felt that the master was the Brahman. That's how I felt.
Okay, nice. What's your observation, Lata? Lata, are you around?
Yeah, I am around.
No, you are also having a lot of background noise. Yeah, now it is fine. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. I've been thinking about breath for a long time, so I don't have any special feeling because since you had asked that question, I've been thinking and watching my breath from yesterday night onwards, and I was so there was no kind of special experience now in this 5 minutes. So what I generally observed was earlier when I was observing the breath, I was also controlling my breath actually. Like when somebody asks you to observe your breath, you will start controlling your breath also. You will forcibly inhale and exhale and so on. So then you leave that and then just observe. Then and that is something which is happening even without your notice. So that is then you feel that breath is not in your control at all. So for something is sucking that breath in and then sucking it out. So and that's not you. That's the feeling I get. And then this breath keeps coming and going. And if you want to hold it for long, it is not possible. If you want to exhale and not inhale also, that is not possible beyond a point of time. So something is forcing. So it is not that you are able to control anything over there. So that's the feeling I get. There is something, so some spark of consciousness is there inside. So that is attracting the breath, I think, and then it's going out. So that's what I feel. Something is attracting that breath into us continuously. So this is the feeling I have got.
Okay, good feeling. So here are the answers. Good analogy explanation from all the three of you. It is right, I don't deny. So first and foremost is breath is a good way to understand about expansion and contraction. That's the first thing which happens. As soon as heat comes in, it expands, and when there is no heat, it contracts. Or that you can experience it. The whole body expands, whole body contracts. Again it expands, again it contracts. So there is movement. Do you observe that?
Yeah. Yes, I did observe that. Yes. Okay. This is the first observation which came. I missed it actually to tell.
Yes. So the expansion contraction is part of Purusha. Anything that is expanding and contracting, that energy system itself is Purusha. So then there is Prakriti. The matter gets expanded and contracted. That means it is held together and also discharged. So that's what is happening. So matter can never be created nor destroyed. Energy can never be created nor destroyed. Purusha remains as Purusha, Prakriti remains as Prakriti. So science also says that, and then Kapila Muni also says the same thing. Okay. Now, due to a special factor, there is intermingling. So that you can observe in the breath. The heat which is going and coming out. There is no heat while taking inhalation. There is only heat going out when exhalation. That means the energy is dissipating. So there is, if you really deeply start observing like what Padma Shri said, like symphony or orchestra or whatever, and there is a composer who is composing that symphony where everybody is breathing, everybody is seeing, everybody is hearing, touching, tasting, smelling, thinking, and all going into one place, you will immediately get transformed into this huge monstrous kind of an entity. It's huge, and that eats. So there is fuel and fire, ojas and tejas. It is having lot of tejas, so it is taking ojas. So breath, food, everything is consumed by that being called as Purusha. So those people who believe in God or Creator say that, oh, this is the person who is doing all of this. So this is called as God. So that is Virat Rupa. It's huge, magnanimous in size. And everything what we see, what we touch, taste, smell, think is part of that. Okay. And it keeps on consuming. It consumes means that it transforms the matter from one particular form to another particular form. And it drops it off moment by moment. So you will really see it like a puppet show. The arm raising and arm falling down is part of Vayu, but the consciousness makes sure that you are able to lift it up. If there is no consciousness, Vayu cannot do anything. Prithvi cannot do anything. Like that, all the 5 elements cannot do anything. Like in a paralysis person, there is no consciousness. So nothing can move there because there is no consciousness. Similarly, you can see it in throughout your body. So if you observe, or if I observe my own body, mind might think 100 different ways, but actually it is because of this Purusha, there is movement. Movement in the sense that it's able to join together and move in a particular way. So there is expansion and contraction. So the rule of the game here is that when it expands, it has to get contracted or compressed, meaning it has to get cooled down. So nirvana is cooling down of the mind. Samsara is heating up of the mind. So the more we heat up, that is the enthalpy, you need more energy to do it, to sustain, which cannot be sustained. So we have to take multiple births, and you can see that Purusha eating away as Kala, time, within a given space, Desha. Okay, and it throws out in a different form because there is contraction. So now again there is expansion. So when the entropy meets zero, there is no more world. It's all consumed. There is nothing coming out. So that's the end.
I have one question, Vilas.
Yeah, sure.
So you said nirvana is cooling of the mind, samsara is heating of the mind,
Right.
right? So when we do this mantra japa, the heat gets generated, right?
Yes.
And our aim is to cool the mind. So how does this go together?
No, first you are doing a vibration. With that, lot of residue of the impurities will start dropping away. Then you are stopping that mental repetition. Then silence. That is what Om is all about. U, Ma, and silence.
So you are generating the heat with this mantra and burning the impurities in that mantra and then
Cooling it down.
it.
Yes, and then cooling the mind. So just like we do Homa, so we put all the ingredients, including ourselves. Actually, how the Homa has to be done is that I need to put myself inside that. So as a simile, what I will do is I will use a coconut. Coconut is my ego, so I will put this whole being of myself into that. So all the five senses are burnt. Myself itself is burnt. There is no residue. Then I watch this cooling down effect, and that buddhi, what I can see, or the view, that shows that everything is burnt now. There is nothing left. So the Agni has burnt up everything. So the Tejas has burnt all the impurities, and now I am filled with Ojas. And that is what Gayatri Mantra is also all about. You are doing it, that purification internally. That Homa, you are doing it internally. So once we understand this, understanding Purusha Sukta becomes so very easy because you are that. So now you can see yourself in everything, because now you don't have an ego. Basically, you have burnt it.
Right.
So without ego, there can't be any mind. So the mind is not there. So you can go in any direction you want, but it's only consciousness. So that is cooling off. So expansion, contraction. As it expands, there is heat generated. As it contracts, the heat goes down. Again it expands, again it contracts, again expand, again contract. That's what is happening in the nature. So those people who believe in God will look at it in this way. Those people who don't call it as God will take it as Prakriti, nature. So they feel matter is doing this. So we call them as materialistic, because everything is defined within five senses. So there is a measurement, pramana, and pramana shows that it is the five senses through which everything is seen, heard, tasted, touched, smelt, and thought. The ideas are coming within the mind. So brain is the one which is creating all of this, and there is no concept of mind at all, nor consciousness. So that being the case, there is no rebirth, because basically you arrive now and depart. There is nothing else which is happening. So there is no rebirth, there is no karma, there is nothing there, because matter is the one which is doing it. So they call it as Prakriti, Prakriti Niyama. And those people who believe in God, they say that God is the creator and he is doing all of this. So when you see this Virat Rupa, both are wrong.
So, but then seeing the Virat Rupa is not the end, right? There is one more step.
Yes, there is one more step, but at least you will see the Virata Rupa. It will cut out your existence in the first place.
Yeah, correct.
That's the beauty part of it. Your existence is no longer dependent on you. Like,
No, correct.
so Bhatt was explaining just now that he has come to know that he is not breathing. That's a very good observation. So all along we think that we are breathing, and now we know that you are not breathing. You have got nothing to do with breath. So at least it will take you to Virat Rupa. So the ego will go away. That is, the individuality will go away. And there is another step. Yes, that is correct. Realization is understanding the Virat Rupa, basically.
Yeah, so that is a self-realization.
That is self-realization, that you yourself don't exist.
Correct.
Simple. So there is no self. There is no Atma as such as you. That is the thing what you need to get out of it. Good. So even if you look by science, like what my son was explaining to me about isothermal expansion and adiabatic expansion and all that, between pressure and volume, there's a very easy to look at from the Virata Rupa also. It expands and contracts. So it's cool down and there is heating up. Cool down, heating up. So as soon as the mind wants something, it gets heated up. And that's the reason the being feel exhausted. If we are doing the same work without expending energy, then you are completely recharged moment by moment. There is no external existence as the mind, or rather there is no enthalpy at all. There is only entropy, which is a natural state. What do you have to say, Padmashri? You are almost like a scientist to me. Do you want to add anything to what I am saying? Or do you want to correct me in what I am saying about the thermodynamics? Or rather, all the three of you are from science background, so you can let me know.
So if you don't,
Yeah.
yes,
Sorry.
yes,
No,
but no.
I felt it matches your explanation matches the way we think about entropy, enthalpy, and etc. So it is correct. I feel there is so much of relevance to it. So.
Okay. Yeah, Lata, you were telling something.
I lost what I wanted to tell. Yeah, okay. So you mentioned that if the mind wants something, it gets heated up.
Yes.
And that's where we lose energy.
Yes.
And if you are able to do that without getting heated up,
Correct.
then the energy is conserved.
Yes.
Does it mean that if you are able to do it, then we can stop taking food?
No, it's not like that. You take food only for sustenance of life. Now you have a life, right?
Yeah.
So you're just taking it. You are supposed to wear something, you're wearing it. You are supposed to work, you're working for living. See, most of us live for earning. We don't earn for living.
Correct.
So it is never sufficient. It's like it's like a bottomless bucket. So we keep on filling it, find that it is insufficient. Again, it is insufficient. So we come up with a beautiful concepts that I need insurance, I need that, I need this. So I find that it is not possible to manage. So the moment we have a satisfaction called as I am earning for living, it cuts down lot of things. Santosha will cut down many things all at once. So then,
Plus, here I always have one problem. See, after some time, you don't live for earning money. Meaning, it's not the materialistic. You start to feel that okay, you have done something, so you are wasting if you are not doing anything with what you have done. Meaning, if you are not using what you have studied, you are wasting your time. That feeling is coming. It's not because of the money alone. Meaning,
no.
money.
I
The
didn't speak
feeling of
only of money.
satisfaction with respect to money is okay. It is something, it is varying with people. But if I take my example, I don't really feel that I want more money. But I feel, can you stop working if somebody asks me? Um, okay, now earlier I used to say no easily, but now I don't say no. But then if I'm not working, then what will I do? That feeling will start coming.
Right. So I didn't say only of earning for living means in monetary terms. I am saying that includes name and fame and knowledge and this and that, whatever we have. Now, that doesn't mean that you should not work or you should not do anything at all. No, that is also wrong. Then it goes against the 3, 4, 5 chapters of the Bhagvadgita. So it is wrong.
No, I'm not saying earning anything in return, name, fame, nothing. But if you don't do anything, then what will you do?
No, I will tell you that you should have karma sannyasa yoga, meaning to say that you know for what you are earning. You are just there as a actor. You're just acting. There's no real thing of you at all, or no thing of mine at all. So if somebody gives me a reward or award or whatever and say that you are the best performer for the year 2020-21, even this COVID time, you have made the team collaborate and all that, and let's say a plaque is given to me, I know it is just wood. It has got nothing to do with it. Even though my name is engraved on that, and there's a garland and there's a certificate and all that. So I don't get impressed by it, or nor I get depressed by it. I don't have any of these outcomes. Then it is sannyasa. That doesn't mean that I should not be earning name and fame or this and that. But generally, all of us, when I say all of us, need not be the three of you and me. In general, everyone goes behind that to be true. If somebody gives me a plaque and say that, look, here is the person who has transformed the organization from this to that. It was expectation was A and he has made it as A++. So here is what, in recognition of that, we are giving him this. So he strives hard to get that. Now, if he gets it, excellent. He doesn't get it, he gets burnt out, meaning he internally burns out of anger, frustration, disappointment, and all these kinds. Whereas a sthita prajna person will not be excited by getting it nor rejected by not getting it, because he knows it is just 4 elements, so it doesn't really matter to him. He's just earning for living because he has to complete his journey. That's the only thing he knows. He doesn't know anything else other than completing the journey. So on the journey, whatever comes in, he takes it. It doesn't come, he doesn't bother about it. But yet he is working. It's not like Padma Shri that, okay, what if I quit the job and I don't know what next to be done? No, if you want, you continue working. But you are in full sannyasa. You have no interest at all except for earning for a living. So if you really experience that, you will come to know. So you just have to ponder over it, not accept to what I'm saying. But the day you realize that, or the day you experience it for yourself, the bliss what comes in inside your heart, and if you start working on that bliss itself, you don't care much about what others are saying or what you yourself were saying earlier. It doesn't matter to you anymore. Yeah, Lata, you wanted to add something because you are.
I was reading one story in one of, I don't remember where, in one of the scriptures only one example was given. So there is one sage who come to a village, and he will sit under a tree. All the villagers will go behind him and then take care of him. They build one house for him, and they give food, everything. Okay, so and then the what do you say? the chief of that village. So he is the one who is taking care, and his house is where he's staying, and so on. So after some time, the daughter of that village chief gave birth to a baby. And then everybody asks who is the culprit and all that, and then she will not say. But finally, she will say, "This is the sage who has done it." Then everybody will say, "Oh, see, all this while he has been fooling us," and then they will throw him out of the house, and then they will not give him food and all that. And then they say, "Since you are the one culprit, you have to take care of that girl and that child." And then they leave both of them with him. So then he has no way, nobody is giving him food, so he has to start earning to provide for them. So it continues for some months. After that, after some time, this daughter will go and tell her mother, "No, it's not the sage, it's actually a neighbor next door." Okay. And then again, these people will take him and then say sorry and all that. But then imagine how the way that sage handled it. Whether people are praising him and giving him things, it's also fine. Whether they are throwing things at him and then accusing him of something is fine. But he's still taking care of those two, one baby and the mother, without even opposing or trying to defend himself.
Correct.
So imagine the state of that mind.
Correct.
So that's what I got reminded of, and that has stuck in me. So are we able to stay like that? That is something which reaches in some other level you have to reach.
That's
to
what
be
we
in
are.
that.
Correct. That's what we are supposed to be doing. That is called earning for a
Correct.
living.
Yes.
Otherwise, we are living for earning.
Correct.
So everything is now defined by the market forces. When we are living for earning, it is market forces. When you are earning for living, it is your own internal bliss. So you care a damn about what is happening outside. You are more bothered about what is happening inside rather than what is happening outside.
Mm.
That's what is required. And that is where your entropy becomes zero. So there is no world for you. So you are liberated. So that is the third law of thermodynamics. It ends, the world ends. So the external world no longer exists as wife and husband and children and whatnot. That doesn't exist anymore because you know it is just play or dance of cosmos or that Virat Rupa doing everything. You are not there at all. So in breath you can find that. You will really see like a huge monster eating out everything.
In everything you can find that, isn't it?
Yes,
Not
absolutely.
everything.
In everything, from eating to sleeping to breeding, everything you can really see that happening. And we don't see that.
Yeah, only one day I saw, full day, then gone.
Yep. And when you are in that, you are filled with bliss. You don't require anything else.
That's true.
And like you, that day you told that you can still work. You taught physics to your daughter, right? So you will
Yes.
now do everything, right? Because you don't have any attachment. So you just do it
Correct.
as doing. So we need to come to that stage where you continue doing whatever you're doing. There's no change. That there's nothing like I will not go to office or I will not love my daughter. Like Bhatt is working out to get the loan sanction for his daughter who is flying abroad. All that. Those are a drama sequence. He has to do it. Absolutely fine. That's fair. There is nothing like okay, I will not do it. I am now in spirituality. I will not do it. No, that is wrong. Internally, it is sannyasa. Externally, you are just doing as it's like business as usual. You're doing everything. But internally, you are totally cooled down. There is no heat. And that's what Krishna says has to be done. So now he shows that. So he says, Sri Bhagavan Uvacha Pashya me Partha Rupani Shata Shaha Atha Sahasraraha Nana Vidhani Divyani Nana Varna Akirtini cha. One thing I was looking at some time ago, not today, some time ago. I don't know how many of you have really watched. When you are walking, bird is flying. What's the similarity and difference between you and the bird? Can anyone answer? Let's say you are walking on your terrace and you see the bird flying. What's the similarity and what's the difference?
That's what I'm doing it. I have a so comfortable feeling. I feel comfortable feeling is because it is one, a bird and me. That's the reason I am enjoying, at least. I assume that the bird is also having that so-called internal feeling, happy feeling while flying. I also have the same feeling when bird flies. That means bird is flying and my mind is there with the bird. I forget myself. So when I forget myself, it is a natural process, Brahman process. The commonality is one is watching, other one is flying.
Okay.
And when you watch, when the bird flies, my thought is also moving along with the bird.
Okay, right.
So when I forget myself, it is not me doing it. It happens. Like Padma Shri said, no? Symphony.
Right. But it's slightly deeper than that.
Both are synchronized, my feeling. That synchronization is nothing but, it is oneness.
Right, that's true.
Don't you feel also, but you're the bird and you're flying?
That's what I wanted to ask. Actually.
Yeah. That is that. That is the innermost desire. My daughter used to say every time, my next Dharma should be like bird.
Yeah,
I'm not using that one. Yes.
Correct. You will become one with the bird.
Yes.
Whatever you watch, you will become one with that. If you watch a cloud, you become a cloud. You watch a sky, you become a sky.
That is true. Is it really true? Yad bhavam tad bhavati.
Yes,
Yes.
yad bhavam tad bhavati. You will really experience it.
Whatever you experiencing with by forgetting yourself, that is what you are. Huh?
Yes.
Yeah, when you are thinking, you become the thinker.
That is why, we keep thinking about any god. You become like that. So whatever you think, you become that.
That's the reason you have Tattvamasi.
That's a very deeper meaning here.
Yeah, correct. So that's why if you keep thinking you are Brahman and in the real sense, then you realize you are.
Yeah. See, in our project environment, I always think how to solve the problem, risk mitigation. That time, we use only our mind. We don't forget other things. Manipulation. We should go away from that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, the bird and you, like
Yeah.
Lata said, you become the bird. That's one part. Secondly, you can see that as soon as the chitta arises in the bird, the 5 elements can fly. In your case, the 5 elements can walk.
Correct.
So the consciousness is able to do flying and walking
swimming.
at the same time. And that's the reason it is called omnipresent.
Yeah, correct. That's what. Exactly. This is my experience. Yes.
And omnipotent.
That means, no. See, that means when I was a kid, when a bird was flying, I was also similarly trying to jump and fly like that. But I knew that again I'm coming back. But my chitta was fully focused there. So here, see, bird is able to fly. Why I am not able to fly as a body?
Ha! This is called Siddhi. You need to have the Siddhi.
Some people do that, right?
Yeah, then you can do anything.
So what is
Because
the
the
Siddhi
same-
here? I'll tell you also. I had done that in the past. I don't have that ability now. I just have to change it from Prithvi to Vayu. The quantity of Prithvi has to come down because there is also Apo. Okay. Now, what has human being done is that he has created aeroplane or airplane. Basically, by using a fuel, the heaviness can be lifted. Right? And
Yes.
consciousness is able to do that. The same consciousness is able to do that. So what I need to do is, out of the 5 elements, I need the space, Anila. Okay, and I need to make Vayu bend the Prithvi. If I can do that right now, from the seat where I'm sitting, I can fly. This is
Okay. When flying, what exactly happens as per your this definition? See, for example, flight is there. It is just air. In the air, it is lifted. Okay.
No,
Similarly, through our mind,
yes, you can
our
lift
body
this
is
body.
lifted in the air.
Yes, the chitta does the same thing. It is doing the whatever bird is doing, but you don't have the body of a bird to do it. The 5 elements are assembled in such a way that you cannot fly.
Correct.
See, now what I need to do is, this is Siddhi number 61, where I can walk on water.
Yes.
So what is that I'm supposed to do? Make it lighter. How would I make it lighter? I should make it pavana. Pavana. That is air. Air can rub over water. So then I'm going to float.
Yes.
So if the heaviness is removed from the mind, then the body becomes light. Like people who are attending meditation sessions today, every day they are attending, they are sitting there only. They say that I'm feeling like I'm flying, or I'm feeling
that lightness comes, right?
How it is becoming light? Is your body become light? The mind has become light, so you feel light. If the mind becomes heavy, you feel heavy.
Yes.
So I need to change that. I need to be able to change the quantity of Prithvi, Apo, Vayu, Tejo, then I can fly. Okay, another example I'll give you. I had fallen down, I had broken my knee and all that. So as per the doctor, it would have taken me 30 days of rest. It took me exactly 1 hour to heal myself. What I did is I removed the Vayu from the joints. Along with that, the inflammation, that is the heat which was generated, tapa got removed or reduced. So because the tapa got reduced, the Prithvi element solidified. So the Apo element reduced its flow. So then the size reduced. The inflammation, that is the air, started sucking out. So it came back to the normal size of the knee in a matter of 1 hour. So what could have taken 30 days took me 1 hour to repair. This, if I can
say 1 minute. 30 days happens in natural process.
Yes.
But the 1 hour happened because of your focused process.
Yes. Yes. So if I can do that, then I can fly. And just like in the Yukteswar Giri and Lahiri Mahasai, you can manifest yourself in many places at the same time.
This is the power of your mind, right?
Yes, everything is through your chitta only.
So you could recreate your body with the 5 elements, but in a different proportion.
Yes.
And appear as same.
And outside people feel that they are seeing the same body.
Yeah. Okay.
But it is not. It is a mirror image only. So let's say I want to, there is a person there in US who wants me. What I can do is I can sit here and make myself appear in that part of US where this person wants me. He will not be able to touch me actually. It's a mirror image only, but he will be spending time with me, or he or she. Okay, then I withdraw it. So I come back here.
Yeah, it's like new technology, right? Right now you have that, I don't know what is it called.
No,
It's
if you,
appear that
yes, if you had seen the old Star Trek, there they do it, right?
yeah.
They actually transport that person to another, from this place he'll go and land in that place and all that. So you need to know only
Still,
how to
both
manipulate.
of them will not be the same, right? One will be the main, another one will be the copy.
Yes, another one will be copy. So you will not be able to do anything with that copy. But since the grossness is always seen, like we are seeing, all of us, we see the gross. So we think that is the person, not knowing that with every blink of the eye, the person is changed. Actually, you are changed with every blink of the eye. You don't know that, that's all.
Yeah, change happens, it's not noticeable. Correct. Because of aging.
Not only that, but with every blink of the eye, the object is removed.
Correct. Understood.
So let's
Every
say,
fraction of second is nothing but change.
yes, it's
Time
changed.
is change. Yeah.
Yes, it's changed. So that person doesn't exist there. See, now I'm talking, my wife is walking. So as I'm talking, I'm blinking. And when I'm blinking, she keeps on moving.
Yes.
I don't see that change, right? It is not true that she is the same person, actually, in each blink.
Yeah. Because even thought is also change. When the thought change, everything changes.
Exactly.
Facial expression will be totally different. And thought is every, I think, few seconds, new thought comes. Even the same thought also, it's a thought continues.
Not only that, the wrinkles which appear on the face, right? The teeth, everything is changed that moment. So this is what Einstein said spooky at the distance, because he found that when there is an observer, at that time only you can see that. So if there are, so he did an experiment. He looked at the gloves. So one gloves is in one box, another gloves is in another box. He said that if the right glove is on the moon and the left glove is on the earth, you will be able, if you were to find the left gloves, you will be able to find the right gloves also. This is what theory of relativity of Einstein is. Whereas the quantum mechanics world, they said it is not true. You will only be able to find it out when you want to measure it. It appears at runtime. It doesn't exist before that at all. Okay, so what it means is, so Einstein asked the question in 1930s that you mean to say that if the moon does, if I don't watch the moon doesn't exist? And the answer is yes. There is no moon if you don't watch it. So the wave becomes particle when you observe it. Not before nor after. So you get to see the person and experience the person when you observe. Not otherwise.
Is it true that when I observe what I see, experience is the only reality during that time?
Yes.
All other things doesn't exist, but it exists, right? But
It
only
doesn't
thing is I
exist.
have no experience.
No, it doesn't exist. That is the reason Jagat Mithya. It doesn't exist.
Okay, see cases. One is, when you talk to me now, your existence or existence is felt.
Yes.
When I am alone, when I do meditation, because I try to follow your meditation, whatever you said for that day. During that time, you exist or you don't exist?
I don't exist. It's your mind and thought which is existing. I don't exist at all.
Oh, I am picturizing you.
You are just picturizing. You are just projecting.
But while talking,
While talking, I exist. See, now we have spoken so much. It's already almost an hour.
correct.
All those are gone, right? They don't exist.
Hmm.
Do they really exist?
No.
It doesn't
Well,
exist.
changed. Completely changed.
It's completely changed. Now you see, but you, what time
But
did
at
you?
the current moment is existence in that case.
So that is the Sthita Prajna, right? The current moment is the only existence. There is no past, there is no future. See, what time did you wake up in the morning?
Say 5:30.
5:30. Can you relive that and go back to 5:30?
No, it's only it's a nice thing to write in the diary. That's it.
So it is stale, right?
Hmm.
It is stale. So if those people who woke up with you, like your family member, they only know that you woke up at 5:30. Now, if you were to tell me, I will only look from the clock point of view. I don't really experience your waking. That itself is an illusion. If you say to me that you woke up at 5:30, it's only from the clock perspective I agree with it. I don't experience that 5:30 of yours. Because I have woken up much earlier, let's say, and you don't experience that, right? Let us say I have got up at 2 a.m. Can you experience 2 a.m.?
It's only in the mind memory. That's
No, that also doesn't exist because you are in deep sleep. There is no 2 a.m. then.
Yeah. In the deep sleep, nothing is there.
That is the only reality.
Yeah.
So for me, 2 a.m. exists. For you, there is no 2 a.m.
1 minute. See, when I am here, awakened stage, I can feel the presence, experience the presence. But in the deep sleep, what I am experiencing there, no presence, right?
There is a presence, and that is the ignorance that you don't know what is the presence there.
I don't know what is the presence. Yes.
And that is what, if we are able to live like deep sleep in this waking state, then you are realized. So in Bhagvadgita, Krishna says that a yogi is one who sleeps during people's daytime and wakes up when people sleep. When people are awake, he sleeps. When people are sleeping, he is awakened. Now people think it in a real literal sense. Oh, that means you have to be wakeful in the night. No. You should be wakeful when tamas is there everywhere. That is, when people are awake, like now, all the five senses are working, they are in tamas. They don't know that they don't exist. So he should sleep. Meaning there is no world for him, right? When they sleep, that is, when the world goes to sleep, he is awakened. Meaning, there is no world for him at all. He is pure consciousness. That's the meaning what Krishna brings in that chapter. So he explains who is a yogi. So when the world sleeps, he is awakened. When the world is awakened, he is sleeping. That means he is disconnected from the world, basically.
When the world sleeps, he takes care of us. When we are awakened, he has given his energy to us to take care, right?
Yes.
Both is he only, finally. Krishna only.
Both is he only. Both is the consciousness.
Yes.
Now,
that means awakened stage to sleep stage, between these two, the switch happens in the state of Brahman.
It's always happening in the state of Brahman. The only ignorance I have is, in the waking state, I believe I am doing it. And in deep sleep state, I don't know who is taking care of it. because I am not there to experience it, right?
Yeah.
Whereas the reality is, or the experience, or whatever we are calling as self-realization is, the waking state also is by Brahman,
Yes.
and so also sleeping state. So you don't exist, basically. Now I exist, right? I as Vilas is existing, doing this discourse. Then I'll say I will do that, and I will boast myself. Look how much information I'm giving, how much knowledge I have, and blah blah blah. So I need to be known across Bangalore, and then across Karnataka, and across India, across the globe, and all that. This is the waking state.
Hmm.
Sleeping state, I don't know. Whether I am a king or I am a beggar, they both land up in the same place in deep sleep.
Correct. Now, see, when you are in the awakened stage, experience is a bliss, big bliss. Yeah.
Correct.
Brahmananda. So, if you are in the moksha stage, that Brahmananda experience stage is there for
Throughout.
infinite time.
Throughout, yes, infinitely.
But here, experiencer and experience both are same, right? That time,
Yes.
see, Lata was telling the other day that, say, Saturday, one full day, she got that experience.
Correct.
Something very special, blissful experience.
Correct.
But there is no experiencer there during that time.
Then only you can experience that.
Experiencer is there, but
There is nothing to be experienced.
yes, nothing to experience. Then where is the bliss?
That's the bliss.
That's a bliss.
Dissolved, shunya.
Yeah. So that's a very difficult thing to explain. What is this bliss?
Yeah, I was trying to visualize now. It's going in loops in my mind.
Because you are not able to get it by logic. That's why.
There is no logic in this at all, but
So it's like, when this drug addicts, I'm using a negative example, but when they take that, they go to that stage. Similarly, one yogi, when he's doing that, his meditation, he's going to this positive, the feel of the blissfulness. I was thinking, now yogi is able to experience because his consciousness is there and he's experiencing. But when everything happens much, then who is the experience, what is the experience, that I am not able to.
that is
Really
where
visualize.
that is where we have thousands of books.
Yeah, actually, one of my previous company's colleague I met in the Frankfurt airport. Okay, so he was actually a very, very aggressive leader. He's a good manager as well as a good technical person. And I saw him in the airport after many years. I think I have not met him after I left Siemens. So I met him, and then he was looking totally different in the face and all that. He's become. Then I started talking to him. We talked for 2 hours. There's one more colleague was there. And then he was explaining that he got initiated by Sadhguru. And he is, and the way his face itself, that aggressiveness is gone, his calmness is gone. I told him that I have reset your image in my mind. And what he told was, he used to drink. So he was telling now there is no need to drink. It's always he gets the kick. So I got reminded when you told that, actually. And the same thing Sadhguru also keeps telling, I'm always drunk. I don't have to take.
Yes.
So I thought I will tell you this.
Yeah, that is true.
Okay.
That's really true. If you spend daily some good amount of time for this.
And once you get that bliss, it is very easy to get that bliss again and again.
Mm-hmm.
You just have to get into that right, I don't know what to say, frame of mind or mood or whatever. It's pretty easy to get.
Yeah, dropping the mind.
Yeah.
No, you don't have to drop the mind. You drench the mind in the bliss, and that's it.
That's it.
Drench the mind.
I don't think you can drop the mind, because you are the
mind. So
you are anyway experiencing everything with the mind. So I also went in this kind of circles before, trying to kill the mind.
Mm-hmm.
So that I understood is not possible. I try to control my mind to come into a thoughtless state. Then also I understood it's not possible. So So I think after you struggle and you give up, and then things will start happening.
Yes. You should not remain.
Yeah.
(9:35) now. Are we good to continue or shall we end?
Maybe today we can end. Some
Okay.
work is there.
Okay.
Tomorrow we can continue with the same, what you call, keeping ourselves blissful through some meditation and some analysis.
Yeah,
And
we
along
will.
with your
We'll
chapter,
take. Yeah, we'll
like
take.
that 5 minutes it helped today.
Yes.
It really helped me.
Yes, we'll do something like that tomorrow.
Yeah.
So no assignment today.
This assignment itself is half done. So
Half done.
No, when you reach end of this chapter, it should take us to at least some
So
feel
I
of
think
Vishwarupa.
correct. We should all see Vishwarupa.
Yeah,
Yes.
even if it takes a little longer time is okay, but you make us to do that through meditation.
yes, we will do that tomorrow. We'll
Ah.
plan a meditation session of 20 minutes,
Yeah.
understanding how each senses join each other.
Okay.
That will be the assignment for tomorrow. Because that has to be done together, so I didn't give you a specific assignment like what I had done yesterday. Okay.
Each self joining. Okay.
Each sense, how do we join?
Yeah. Each sense.
Yes, sense, not cells.
Okay.
And if you go to cell level, then you are realized.
Okay.
You already seen Virat Rupa.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, you can see Virat Rupa within your body also, no?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, sure. That is an amazing instrument. That's the reason we don't want to leave it.
Right. Okay.
Okay, Vilas. Thank
All
you.
right.
Good day.
Thank you.
Okay,
Yeah,
thank
good day.
you.
Good day to all. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.